So I'm Adam.
And I'm David.
Start. So we had the SmartSafe. That's what we did for our project, and we basically just had to think of anything that an owner would need to protect their valuables, any alarms, sensors, and anything that could possibly go wrong with the safe. So one thing we had to do was let the owner know if the safe is not closed properly. And the way we did that is through a light sensor. If the safe is not closed properly, then light would shine in, and the light sensor would detect the light and flip on an LED alarm.
Go.
So another thing we had to detect was if the safe was opened without authorization. And how we did that was we used a keypad to symbolize putting in the correct code for the safe, or putting in the correct code before opening the safe. And if the code was inputted correctly, then nothing would happen. And if the wrong code was inputted, then an alarm would sound and a light would go off.
Go.
So the buttons A through D represent the code to be inputted, and the way we set it up was C represents inputting the correct code, A through D represents the wrong codes. So if button A, B, or D is pressed, the alarm and the light will go off. If button C is pressed, nothing will happen.
So another thing we had to demonstrate for our SmartSafe was temperature control. And so what we did was anything above 34 degrees Celsius, we would have an alarm blare and also the lights would flash, simulating essentially that the temperature is getting really hot and anything inside the safe is going to break or something. So it lets the owner know what's happening. So this is us now demonstrating the temperature change for our simulated SmartSafe. So once this meter here reads 35 degrees Celsius, this should turn up green and this should make a sound. So here we go. As you can see, 35, light going off, and sound being heard. Yeah.
So the last thing we had to represent for our safe was items being taken from the safe once the incorrect code has been entered. So how we did that is we imagined that the safe had some sort of pressure plate inside it, and once an item was taken from the safe, the pressure plate would activate and press a button, releasing an alarm. So that's what we demonstrated on our breadboard. So this is symbolizing a pressure plate activating in the safe and hitting a button to let the owner know that something has been removed from the safe.
He is pushing a button which represents the pressure plate.